is not easy getting and staying organized. I am always hounding and nagging you to get organized and stay organized because it'll make everything so much easier, and it will. But that's also not my intention. Today, I just want to take a step back from being organized and actually discuss some of the tools that I use to keep myself organized. Today, we're going to discuss 3 items, just 3 that will help you to organize your life. By the way, I'm Terrell, and this is Absolutely Studying. I bootstrapped my way through university while juggling a full-time job and a family. It was tough, and I want to pay it forward. I want to supply you with all of the resources and support you need to flourish in your academic career. Today, we are talking about getting organized and organizing your life. Let me tell you, when you are working 40 to 60 hours a week, plus going to classes, plus going to labs, plus studying and homework, you need to account for every single minute of your life. And I do not wish that on anyone. I ended up in tears so many times from being so overwhelmed and so stressed, but that was the sacrifice I made. I just felt like it was so important to do all of these things and juggle them and be the best. And at the end of the day, that's not what it's about. It's about efficiency and quality of your life. And that was a lot. So with a lot of juggling and a lot of cutting back, I was able to better manage and stop burning myself out. And today I just want to talk about 3 things that allowed me to do that. The very first and foremost is my planner. Now, I am a #planner babe. I love the Insta planner community, and I actually used to, once upon a time, bullet journal. I obviously had to give up that because I just could not fit it into my schedule. I was jam-packed full. I barely had time to sleep and eat. Sometimes I had to do them at the same time. It was not easy. I don't suggest it. But my planner was very, very important. So I used 2 planners. I actually used my Google Calendar as a planner, and I also used my actual planner. So let me explain what I did in Google first, because I had to account for and budget all of my time. So I would go through and plot out my whole day, my whole week, my whole month, whatever I knew that I had to take care of, my shifts for work, my classes, my study time, my friendship sessions, going out with friends, there we go. And everything else, I put that all in my planner and then I transferred it to Google. And what I did in Google is I set alarms. So I set alarms at the beginning of everything as well as my travel time. So if it took me an hour to get to school, which it did, I would set that alarm an hour and 15 minutes ahead of time to tell me, you need to leave where you are right now to go to school because otherwise you're going to be late. So my phone or my Google Home at home would constantly be reminding me, go here, go there, go here, go there. It's this day. You need to be at work at this time. Leave right now. Because I would account for where I was. So if I was at school and I had to get to work, work is near my house and it would take me an hour. So I had to leave school. If I was at home and I had to go to work, I would just have the 15 minutes because that's all it took me to get from home to work and so on, so that I was always on time and I was always being reminded. What it did was it freed up a ton of brain space. I didn't have to constantly be looking at my schedule and trying to calculate how much time I needed to get from A to B. I had already done it, so I already knew. My phone is going to tell me when I need to leave and where I need to go. It also really kind of helped with other people in the household knowing where I was or what my schedule was, because it would, at the beginning of the day, it reads out everything I have to do at the day and at what time. So that was super useful. I still use that in my business today. So first thing in the morning as I'm having my coffee. Google Home will read off my schedule and let me know how many appointments, how many clients, and any other errands that I have planned for the day. So that is a godsend. I also use a physical planner, and that's because I love the organic nature that connects me to my physical planner. And also Google just is a little bit more impersonal. So I have a physical planner. I found the most amazing, adorable physical planner, paper planner this year, and I ordered it. I have it right here. It is the Peony Planner from Hemlock and Oak. This is not a sponsored post, but I do love this planner. It is very much almost the next best thing to a bullet journal that I have found. And I have tried many planners. I am going to link Hemlock and Oak's Instagram page in the bottom just because I love them. They are a Canadian company. They have ethical sourcing. They do everything right here in Canada. So if you do want to pick one up, definitely check out their Instagram. I'm sure you will fall in love with them as I have. Again, not sponsored. Nobody's paying me to make this. I bought this myself. I actually pre-ordered it and waited for it for months, and I was not disappointed. I will be buying the 2022 version as soon as it goes on pre-order, and I love it. In my physical planner, I go the step further. I actually plan out my day with my bills and my birthdays and everything else. That's where I put all of the nitty-gritty to-do lists and everything like that I have to take care of. If I have cutoffs at work, or if I have stuff that I have to do at work, people that I have to talk to, I will put that in there as well. Shopping lists, order lists, everything like that. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that I just recently launched a clinic, and that it was a big undertaking. And so going in and remembering all of the little itty bitty things that have to be done and being able to put them in my planner is a godsend. I love my planner. I need my planner. It is my personal assistant. I am completely dependent on it. I keep it with me and I take it everywhere. Write down everything from your study sessions to your homework, how long you're going to study, what you're going to study, when you're going to start studying for finals in your planner, and just allow that to dictate your time. One of the biggest things that I noticed from using a planner is that I can be smarter with my time. I no longer put off more items than I can take on the next day, and it's easy to reassign items to days that I'm not so busy when I look at my planner and the layout. Instead of having, 13 things that I promised somebody I would do for them on Wednesday, I can say, I don't have time on Wednesday. I can already see that I'm full. I'll help you out on Thursday or even on Tuesday. And it's just so much easier to be able to assign and respect your time. The next thing is not a physical item per se, but the lack thereof. Declutter and tidy regularly. Even if you are not doing a deep clean that takes you the entire Sunday morning, just do a little bit while you can. When you are finishing up your study session, actually put away the stuff and tidy up your workspace. If you are walking past something that doesn't belong somewhere, just pick it up and put it somewhere, like your socks in the laundry hamper or anything like that. These little steps are going to help you so far on organizing your time, because you no longer have to dig through a ton of misplaced items in order to find what you're looking for. With the way things are going right now, I know that depression rooms are starting to be a thing, and I get you. I have had a depression room before, and I guarantee you at some point I'm going to have a depression room again. And that's okay. It's okay to not be okay all the time. But when you do get that little bit of motivation to keep your workspace or your kitchen or any other area clean, go ahead and take advantage. One thing I like to do to try and keep my areas clean and tidy is when I study, I use the Pomodoro method. That gives you 25 minutes of focus with 5 minutes of break, and then you repeat for 4 focus intervals until you get a 20-minute long break at the end. It works out to be a 2-hour study session, and it's really helpful. I will link a video that describes the Pomodoro method above. But why I'm telling you this is those 5-minute study sessions. I like to get up out of my desk and walk away from it just to completely clear my mind and not think. I don't want to use my brain for any heavy lifting during that 5 minutes. So one of the things that I like to do is I'll just get up and throw in a load of laundry, or I'll get up and just clear off a little section of my counter, or I will clear off my desk. Anything that has accumulated that I have not been able to take care of, I will clean that up. Sometimes I will organize a binder or sort through some papers, but nothing that takes actual focus. In that way, you can make tiny little steps that are healthy because you are up and active and stepping away from the study material, and yet you are still making progress both on your study habits, because when you come back, all of that blood flowing is just going to pump a ton of oxygen to your brain and allow you to focus even better when you return. And you've got something cleaned up, so it's awesome. It's going to be like a 2 thumbs up method. Finally, my last suggestion for getting and staying organized is to stay on top of your obligations. Try to at least start things as soon as you can, same day, right away if possible. If you leave things for the last minute, you already know it's going to loom over your head and make you more anxious and cause anxiety and often depression about putting it off. And then when you have to finally force yourself to do it, you really don't want to. I like to just sit down and make a list of all of the steps I need to go through in order to complete it. You can check out this video for how to break down a big project. It's basically the same idea, but I do it even for smaller projects. Once I have that list going, I can use it for tracking my progress on it. I can look and see if there's items that I want to take care of now, and I don't necessarily have to do it in order. I do this for all of the articles I write. I do this for all of the videos I post. Everything that I do, I have a systematic workflow, and then I can just start knocking out different pieces of it as I go along. That way, if I have to rush through 1 or 2 steps in order to post it or hand it in, it's not so bad, and it's not the entire project that's rushed through. If you want to pick up my free study planner and activity tracker, it is down below in the description, along with all of the other goodies, my socials, my website, any other articles that I mentioned throughout this video. I will leave them all in the description. Do not forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. I put out new videos every Thursday, and they are always about study tips, organizational hacks, and homework help to help you through the study struggle. Do not forget to visit my website. I have a ton of useful resources and guides. And until next time, I hope you have an amazing adventure.